Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. This morning we have oil inventory report coming out at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. If you're new to the oil strategy, let me show you how to navigate through oil inventory day. There's usually a big spike in price action in trading oil. Let's get to that right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, so today is March 27th. We do have, as I mentioned in the intro, we have oil inventory report coming out this morning at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Highly suggest for anyone that's starting out trading futures or any type of trading, to be honest with you, just make sure that you kind of set yourself into a routine every single morning, loading up your charts, getting yourself mentally prepared, and opening up whatever news. I use Financial Juice as my news source in the morning, so I like to go in there and see, what reports, what high impact news there is going to be coming out for that trading day. You don't want to get caught in a trade sometimes, depending on what indices or what type of commodity it is that you're trading. You want to make sure that you're aware of what news is going to be released. With that being said, we've done pretty well during oil inventory session 2. Now, that's not to say if you are in a oil session 2 trade, and let's say that the trade activates at 9:15 in the morning, and you know that report's coming out at 9:30. If that trade doesn't come to a conclusion, which it usually doesn't until that report hits, just understand that there is going to be a very big spike in the market, one way or the other. So hopefully we're going with with our trade. Sometimes it goes against you. What I personally do, one suggestion that I have, I always reduce risk during oil inventory. Now, granted, I am already at pretty much half risk, so that's the trade that I like to continue with oil during that time. Coming into April, I am probably going to be switching to 1E Mini. That's my thought process right now. I like how the account has been building with the morning strategies. With that being said, let's just open up to the dashboard. We currently sit at 51,327. This is only trading oil, half position, and many times it was 3 contracts, 4 contract micro contracts, and then gold, which in gold, some days I trade 1 GC and some days I trade 5 micros, depending on how big how big the risk is on those. So oil, which is on my left-hand side, has been in an uptrend, kind of hit this overnight open, has bounced down from there. And in gold, again, same thing. We had a nice uptrend. Recently price action has started to decline here a little bit. So we'll keep an eye here on what gold and oil gives us. Let's take a look at our trades from yesterday. Oil session 1. Traded for a winner, 8 ticks, really small trade, but this was based off of the 825 to 830 inside bar that we got here. We got activated into the short, full take profit. And the opposite was true in oil session 2. Little unfortunate, we do get activated into the short, reverses on us, so it takes us out for 16 tick loss, and then reverses right back down where our take profit would have been. So a little unlucky in session 2, but part of trading. And I'll go over the most recent statistics here right after we go over gold and the Rob reversal. In gold yesterday, we get activated in the short based off of the 825, 830 inside bar. So pretty much right here. So you can follow along on your chart. And we take this for a 30 tick profit. So beautiful trade in gold. That got me up pretty good yesterday. So that was another really nice trade. And the Rob reversal. So we did get a setup yesterday on the Rob reversal. You got a setup to go short at 10:30 a.m. in the morning. This closes below the ADMA. It matches your pattern that you're looking for and the time condition. This trade ends up going almost 4 hours. So pretty nutty of a trade. Came home from work and it took a nice winner here. So 35-point winner here. Now you need to understand as well that there's going to be setups in between trades, but we are not taking those setups because we need to final out our trade that we were currently in from this 10:45 to 11 a.m. I'm sorry, from this 10:30 to 10:45 a.m. candle right here. So really nice win in the Rob reversal. If I take a look, sorry, I had a chart that I updated Discord in yesterday. Let me see here. So yeah, in Discord yesterday, I put in some back testing results as well. This is not it. That's not the one I'm looking for. Give me 1 second here. All right, so for March, month to date, so to the 26th, oil session 2 is up 253 ticks. Gold is only up 19 ticks, and the Rob reversal is up 560 ticks. So that is how the strategies so far are doing. Let's take a look at my levels here this morning. Let's start with the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ, I've got pretty much 5 levels here laid out. Closest to price action, 18,578, 18,457 on the low. Even though more short term, you've got some movement that you're probably going to see right around here, and you might have some movement right around here. And then above us, 18,598 is a level 2 that is pretty strong. So again, post these in Discord each morning. Let's take a look at the ES. ES, we've got a level right above us at 5291, 5296, pretty strong level. And then below us for price action, you've got 5277 and 5274. So those are the levels here on the ES. And lastly, the YM, we finally are reaching this area, almost tapped into it. So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen once we get into this area that I've got labeled out right here, which starts at 13,987. And again, we almost touched into it. We got a level below us at 39,785 that I would be looking for, and 39,719. Again, I post these levels each morning in Discord. At the end of the day, I like to put a kind of a recap, and then during the day, if I take a trade, I like to post it there as well. So stick around. Let's see how the morning strategies do this morning. Kind of curious to see how oil inventory is going to price action is actually pretty exciting once that hits. So stick around for my trade recaps and recap of the entire day.
Order canceled.
All right, so here we are in our first trade of the morning, which is in gold. Again, gold is always on the right side of my chart. We get activated into a long off of that green inside bar there. Pretty much got a small range here. Hit that, swept that bottom one more time. And again, as I've been stating for a while, this is the exact momentum that you're looking for outside of these plays. At this point, all I'm really looking to do, the only management of this trade at this point is to reducing my risk down to 50%. Once I'm at about 70% take profit, which I'm done. So I am at half risk here. Not sure why I missed this, but I should have had this on the GC just because it was, I want to say, probably 17 tick trade. So normally I would have had this on the GC on that size, but just missed it. So I'm taking this in five micro contracts But either way, this is the push that we're looking for. Now all we're waiting for is for price action. And again, my TP is set in an area where it's just very likely to hit. So now at this point, we're just kind of waiting here, letting buyers and sellers kind of fight it out here, and just looking for buyers to win the battle. And be honest with you, I felt about 98% confident that this TP would get hit here, and it sure does for a beautiful trade in gold.
Target filled. Order canceled.
All right, so here is our trade in oil session 2. Again, manually putting in my bracket orders here for my take profit and my stop loss, which is calculated pretty easily. That red inside bar is our activation candle. Our source candle, which is the white up bar, directly to the left of that is my source. That's what I will put my stop loss to the bottom of that source candle. If we're going long, if we're going short, I would have my stop loss at the top of that. And then depending on the from entry to stop loss, whatever tick amount that is exactly what I'm also looking for in my take profit. As you guys can see, the yellow line that's on my chart is the overnight open. Again, I don't use it as a filter or a confluence to get in a trade. I just like having it as a reference in my chart. And again, you know, just a really nice push out of that inside bar. That's the momentum play that we are looking for. I know that I do have oil inventory report coming out pretty much shortly. So if we can finish this trade here before that report, that would be fantastic. Obviously, if it was in the green, that would even be better. And then here at this point, I'm just looking to reduce my risk now down by 50%, as we are pretty much at 70+% TP. So I think I do that here shortly. And at this point, I'm just looking for one final push here to TP. Awesome trade in oil session 2.
Order canceled.
Well, just another really nice day of trading. Seemed like a pretty easy day of trading, to be honest with you. Well, you guys just saw the trade in gold and in session 2. Both of those were winners. Let's take a look at gold first. So we get activated here. Let me just move this guy over. We get activated here at the 805, 810 inside bar candle, and we get activated into the long 18. Let's see here. This would have been 16 ticks. Let's take a look and see, make sure this is right. Yeah, so that was a 16 tick trade for a very, very nice winner. And again, just for those that might be watching this for the first time, the play is pretty simple. For gold, we're just looking at our session from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. You would have an order to go long at the top of the inside bar, and you would have an order to go short at the bottom of the inside bar. Now these would be OCO orders, so orders cancel the other order. Here, obviously, we'll just let price action determine which way we're going to go in which direction. Obviously, we get activated into the long, so your order to go short automatically gets canceled, and then you are in a trade long. To figure out your stop loss, pretty simple. You just take your, you want to take the bottom of the source bar, which is the bar to the right to the left of the inside bar, that's your activation candle, and put your stop at the bottom of this candle, which is 16 ticks, and you're looking for 16 ticks of take profit. Take that full take profit there. Easy trade, easy setup. If you want to know all of the rules for this trade, all of the strategies that I trade are linked in my description below. Let's take a look at oil. Oil session 1 was a very small loser. I think it was 9. I think it was 8 ticks actually. Let me just make sure that this. Yeah, 9. It was 9 ticks. We get activated into the short. Reaches about maybe 65% of our take profit, and then reverses for a small loss. Again, I'm not trading session 1 right now, just keeping stats on it. And just with that loser today, session 1 is up 77 ticks for March, so it has been in the green. Now, session 2, which I am trading, remember we did have oil inventory that came out at 9:30, so this bar right here, obviously a range bar, no real concrete direction in which way after that report was, so typically you get a much bigger move, but it didn't even come into play here with our trades this morning, because this trade actually ended right here. Let's see if I can blow this up here a little bit. So you get an inside bar from 9 a.m. to 9:05. This meets our conditions, even though it is a first inside bar. Remember, session 2, inside bar, no problem, as long as you are not in a trade from session 1. This trade in session 1 concluded, and you would then be looking for a long trade here. 22 ticks of take profit. Very nice trade for oil session 2, which brings the numbers for March month to date from to the 27th, which is today, positive 275 ticks in session 2 of oil. So oil has just been fantastic in March. Nothing yet on the Rob reversal. Obviously, we had some few setups here early this morning, but these are all pre-session. Remember, I trade this from 8:30 in the morning right here until 1:15 in the afternoon. So as of right now, no setups. I'll keep this running until 1:15 and then kind of give you an update like I did from yesterday's winner on the Rob reversal. So let's take a look here. Let's take a look at our levels. Let's start with the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ, the NQ, had a really nice rip downwards, pretty much right from the open. And then you can see this level I had laid out here at 18,415. Got respected really well, but these just blew right through here. So really no good trade setup here. Did take one trade again here today for 300. And that was in the ES. Pretty simple trade right off the open. I went short right here, right off of my level. My bracket orders as a default in this Top Step X evaluation is set to $300 profit and loss. So I did reduce it down just past this major level that I had above. But again, pretty simple, pretty easy trade. This morning I had really no heat on that one. And in the YM, we finally broke into this area that I knew we kind of had to get into there. But to be honest with you, this thing just blew right through it and just came right back down to this level at 39,867. So as much as I was anticipating a move from this area that I had marked off, it kind of blew right through there. But it's kind of not a really good trading opportunity, nor did I trade it. So those are the trades for today. Overall, on the eval, up another $159. So that puts us, I don't know, I would say 51,500 and something maybe. So we're more than halfway there. And this is pretty much all with just March. So that morning strategies have been doing extremely well. So the only thing I'm going to be looking at from now to 1:15 is the Rob reversal. I'll keep you guys updated on that, but overall, super happy with my trading today. I'll see you guys here tomorrow. Happy trading, everyone.